ISIS is a terrorist organization based mainly in Iraq and Syria. The acronym ISIS stands for Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. They are known for posting gruesome beheadings and various forms of torture on the internet. Many members also have several social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Other ways that they are reaching out are websites that Google can't even find. They also use the internet to connect with Muslims in the Western world, prodding them to commit individual acts of terrorism. The leader of ISIS is Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. A way to get ISIS off of the internet, at least temporarily, would be to get rid of their satellites. But the problem with that is there are civilians in the area that is controlled by ISIS that are in need of contact with civilization in order to get help because of terrorist attacks in their hometowns. Now, what we have to consider is Russia and their radioelectronic jamming device. We could use it to target their trucks and weapons. The next factor is the fact that we have so many military bases surrounding Iraq. The yellow dots represent U.S. military bases, and the red represents areas where we have less than 200 U.S. military personnel. What if we can combine the two ideas of the radio electronic jamming device and all of our military personnel surrounding Iraq and Syria, and add in the U.S. Air Force? The first thing we would need to do is get our military personnel into Iraq and Syria, but having them hidden in secret and under disguise. Once everything is in place, Russia will need to do a flyby with their radioelectronic jamming device over ISIS's capital. They will use the device to disable their internet access and weaponry. It would also get rid of ISIS's ability to find other military planes on radar, meaning we would be able to fly over them. They couldn't detect us until they saw us. Once that first part of the mission is complete, we can officially say that ISIS will be temporarily off of the internet. Then we move forward with an airstrike, with troops ready on the ground to come through after the flames have swept through. We will need UN support to come through and help any civilians that may have been hurt by the strike. Behind the UN, American and Russian soldiers will sweep through, capturing any ISIS members or other threats to Western civilization as individual terrorists or extremists. Once all necessary information is gathered, it will be simpler to demolish ISIS and everything it stands upon. And that is one way on how we could go about defeating ISIS.